Someone ran into a Taco Bell. I didn't. Someone ran into a Taco Bell with football pads on, and they got tackled across the counter and exploded the computer. It was not me.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't you.
it was him. Let's go. We're live. Another episode of Adversity Kings coming off the Wes Watson podcast. We've got my man here, Adam, right?
Yes,
Adam Ali.
Yes.
Right? Adam Ali, you run the American Income page.
Yep.
And that's Miami based, right?
Oh yes, it is.
Now, are you a Miami native?
No, I'm not.
Where are you from?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought I saw something.
Miami was a recent move I did about a year ago. Born in New York, born and raised in New York, moved to Charlotte when I was 14 and been there ever since. And then I moved to Miami when I was 21, so just about a year ago.
Okay, so you're 22?
Yeah.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. So, now, what about, like, point of origin? I ask Wes this, I ask everybody this. Where are your parents from? Where did everything kind of start for you? Who influenced you growing up?
Okay, so single mother household. Parents divorced right when I was born. My dad's from Pakistan, my mom's Puerto Rican, so a little bit upbringing was a little bit rough. My mom was always working. I was just always in the house, grandma. I was basically saw her struggle, but she always made ends meet. I never had any complaints. Had a lot of food on my plate. Had all the toys I wanted. Like I lived a pretty good life. People say, oh, I had a single mother. Life was rough. No, my mom, we didn't live the best life. We didn't have the nicest house. But I had all the food, all the toys. I was happy. Yeah. It was a good childhood. But obviously, once you get older, teenage years, it starts to get lonely. You don't have a dad. Yeah. It's kind of like you kind of have to figure shit out on your own. I was playing soccer for my whole teenage years. I thought I was going to be like a professional soccer player. Tried to go to college. Went to Division II college for like literally a semester. And that whole story, the reason why I went only for a semester, I got to see what life was like in college. Yeah. Got to see what the people were like that went to college. And what I mean by that was, when you're in a college environment, the people that graduated last year, the year before, are always around helping the soccer team. They're always somewhere. You get to see, like, where are you at in life? Yeah. Broke, Starbucks barista, like, fire, like...
Starbucks
they're
barista.
Just all, like...
Those are your favorite people.
Yeah, once I realized that, okay, these people just wasted 4 years and now they're miserable and still have no money, I was like, you just wasted 4 years of your life. Yeah. I don't want to make the same mistake you did. And me and you were going to the same college. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. So I left. Then I was like, damn. Now I don't have nothing. Yeah. No college degree, no soccer, no nothing. Stock trading, Instacart, trying to do everything to make ends meet, still nothing. And what was it? May 2022, I had the genius idea to start American Income.
You know what's so weird? Is our company is called...
It's called American Income.
When somebody told me, one of my guys was like, yo, DM this American Income, and I started getting mad. I was like, we work for American Income. They're like, no, DM American Income. I'm like, bro, if you say it again, I'm going to fire you. And he was like, no, DM American Income. And they're like, and then I see you, I'm like, oh, shit, that's American Income too.
So surprisingly enough, when I thought of the name, the username was available on Instagram. I was like,
our company's horrible with branding.
I was like, well, first of all, it was available with 2 E's at the end. Okay. Someone else had it. And it was a page that was like 10 years old. Yeah. I worked some things out. I got the username. I was like,
oh, sweet.
So I got it. Yeah. But I didn't know there was a whole company based out of. Yeah. And I think I had an issue where I was trying to make an LLC or trademark something, and they were like, whoa, there's a whole company. Yeah. And I was like,
small world.
Good to know. Yeah. Good to know. But yeah, so May 2022, June 2022, my whole idea was I wanted to make content that was useful to people. Yeah. I could be like one of those little pranksters or like prank people in the street.
Tried that shit. I had a World Star contract in my sophomore year of high school. I'm a little older than you, yeah. Okay. But I set myself on fire. Someone ran into a Taco Bell. I didn't. Someone ran into a Taco Bell with football pads on, and they got tackled across the counter and exploded the computer. It was not me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it wasn't you.
It was him.
No.
Yeah, so the whole idea was to make content that was useful to other people. And I said, okay, I saw the Daddy and Mac kid. I was like, okay, let's just go try this, get a microphone. And I was like, all right, like, ooh. I went to like a car meet. Yeah. Went to a few people. I asked them like, hey, do you want to be part of my show? They're like, what show? I'm like, I don't even have a show. Yeah. But I'm starting it today. Yeah, the few people that were on board, it worked. Literally the first video, it got like what 400,000 or 500,000 views. Some surgeon. He was
the first video.
Literally the first one. He was a surgeon. He went to school for 30 years almost. Yeah. He's making like $900,000 a year. Yeah. But they're like, wait, he went to school for 30 years. And that just like gained the attention of a lot of people.
Yeah.
News articles wrote about it. It was just like a snowball effect that next like month or two. And then from there, it was just a whole nother story.
That's incredible. Yeah. That's incredible.
And that was the start of it. And then there's obviously much more to it.
Is that where you generate most of your revenue is from your page? Like from your brand and everything you build up?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Have you seen 6 figures from it yet?
Yes. So yeah, I'll get into that. Basically, started in May, did pretty good. Went from like 0 to 20, 30,000 followers. And I said, okay, I'm at a dilemma here. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm doing all these videos. How do I grow? I have to leave. I have to go to New York. I have to go to Boston. I have to go to Atlanta. I have to go to other cities to now interview people that live in those cities. Now I can get my reach, my concert reach to those people. Yeah. So I didn't have the money to fly, so I just took my car and just drove. Yeah. It's cheaper. Spent like a week in New York, week in Boston, and by about, September, October 2022, I had maybe $250,000. Yeah. But still making no money. Nothing. Yeah. Not a dollar. And I was, just making ends meet, driving here, driving there. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, it's pretty good. Like, this is cool. But this is not what I thought it would be. I was like, okay, I have all these followers, all these views. There was even a month in September 2022, I had 30 videos straight. They all went over 1 million or more. I was like, but I made no money. This is weird. Yeah. I was like, this is not what I expected. This is actually horrible. This is like, yeah. Like I was, I was getting recognized in the street. It's amazing, but then like I have no money. I was like, wait, I thought you were supposed to make money when you make like all these views. And then basically the switch started to churn right around January 2023. I had went to Miami the month before, spent almost the whole month there, and I started to realize I was like, okay, the best thing I need to do is get out of Charlotte. I need to move out of there. I need to start networking with other people. And then lo and behold, I got like my first person to pay me for like a video. Yeah. And he paid me $10,000. That was the first person ever. Wow. And this is the reason why I've never posted anyone like promoting anyone on my page ever. So he was like, what's the price? And I just threw a number out there. Yeah. He said, all right, I'll do it. And I was like, all right. And then he was like, do you have a contract or something? I was like, no. So I made one. They went to Atlanta. His name's Will. Will Change Lives. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
It sounds so familiar. Does he do like Forex?
Amazon.
Amazon?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
He runs a lot of ads though. Literally, he was the first person to just pay me. It was like, all right. Did the video with him. It did amazing. He was like, all right, I'm going to put you in a group chat with like 8 other people. Boom, boom. Same price. Yeah. And this all happened within a weekend. I was like, whoa. I was like, I'm worth that?
Brand building is so powerful, bro.
And around that time, I had about 400,000 followers. And then I also got a Snapchat deal. Yeah. A Snapchat show where I have like basically my show on Snapchat. And they pay me $10,000 a month, like guaranteed.
On Snapchat?
Yeah. Wow. So all this happened like around March 2023. And then also I said, okay, now is the time for me to make the move to Miami. Yeah. And I did. I just packed my car up and I went to Miami. And I was like, all right, well, I'm here. And it was just 21 in Miami, a little bit of money. And it was just, it's from there. And yeah, so basically the whole idea with my brand was I never really made any money until other people started to see the value in me. Yeah. Because basically I'm a platform where other people get to essentially shine on. Yeah. But it took me almost a year to build it by myself.
No money, consistently posting a video every day?
Yes. Yes, sir.
See, people don't realize, I try to communicate to all my guys in life insurance. I was like, we don't just sell life insurance. And really life insurance is the byproduct of the real product, which is yourself, your brand. Mm-hmm. And you can get 100%, any company you go work for, you'll hear Wes talk about this, is everything in the world is taken. There's a percentage contract difference. It doesn't even matter if you create your own, like if you're creating some type of product or service, you've got to split that up and leverage it through a sales force. Like I get a percent here, they get a percent. All the companies that contract us get a percent. So it's like, what you get 100% of is your brand, dude. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I got a steal, I feel like now. You know what I mean? I was good. I'm like looking, I'm like, you're telling me that loser paid $2,500? I'm like, no way. But like, you'd be surprised by the people that got bread, dude. Mm-hmm. And just hearing that, kind of just for me, I can't wait for our guys to watch this. And anybody watches this, they need to hit you up and they need to pay you whatever. You got to pay. People don't realize like what it costs. People laughed at me when they told me what I told them what I paid to get with Wes to get on a pod. I'm like, you're stupid.
Out of curiosity,
I paid 10 bands.
Okay.
But I'm like, dude, you're stupid, not me. Mm-hmm. Even if I get one solid client out of that, And we can talk now. Me and Wes have he has some type of mutual respect for me, and he puts me in a group that just boom, 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 8 people for me. You know what I mean? Like, it pays for itself. Yeah. I don't know why people are scared to like create a brand. Just go try, go fail at least.
And then the biggest thing with me was like I was 20 years old, had 1,000 followers on my personal page. You know, when I started this, I was like, okay, the best thing I could do for myself is try. Like,
yes.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? But then I was like, wait, I'm shy on camera. I don't want to be on camera.
Yeah.
Like, I was just thinking about all these things. I was like, but then I kept hitting myself in the head, like, all right, like, I'm never gonna know it if I don't ever try.
Yes.
So I did it. I was like, oh, I look ugly in the video. I'm moving weird. Like,
I'm
you know,
always like that. Yeah.
The self, you know.
I just started growing like a half beard. Like, so I'm half black, and I got a half beard. So I've been calling myself Captain Half Beard. Nobody's laughing about it except like some people are like, your jokes are awkward. It's half full like me. But this is our quiet co-host, my quiet business partner. If I don't introduce him, he will not talk the whole pod.
What are you talking? You guys are going in depth. I'm just listening.
He'll just sit there smiling at us. He's been 2 years in the insurance industry. He made $400,000 last year. First year, I think he dogged out, did $100,000 or something like that. Yeah. Should have like a $100,000 bonus coming up. Been dogging it out. So
yeah,
build up a great business and going through adversity. You know what I mean? So he's built up a large percentage of the business, and he isn't getting a large rip right now. The way insurance structures, it's just is what it is. But dude's gonna make $1 million. I bet if he doesn't do it this year, he should do it next year. Mm-hmm. This is Justin Maska, so we'll be making content with him. You got anything to say, dog?
Honestly, I was blown away by the Snapchat deal. 10,000 a month.
We're always talking like, bro, we got to make more money outside of insurance.
Yeah,
so it's so cool to have you here. And I was like,
crazy.
Yeah, we paid to get some content, but we really wanted to do this podcast because when we get around individuals, especially you're a year or two younger than Justin. I'm 25, so you're 22.
Yes.
You're 24. Yeah. So it's like when we get so encouraged, and what I love about haters or people that compare, you making money. If you're watching this right now, him making money doesn't mean you get to make less money. You're a loser for thinking that way. Anytime I see somebody younger and making money, I think to myself, oh, this is great. There's just more money out there in more areas, and it's more opportunity for you to make more money. Only losers think, because you win, I gotta lose. That's not how the world works. This isn't a race. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This is money. There's enough for everybody to be a millionaire in the entire world the last time I checked when it comes to how much, especially America. We just print money and give it to anybody and everybody. So. Yeah. Dude, it's incredible.
Yeah, and especially with me, I basically made something out of the thin air that people are gonna want to throw me money for.
Yes.
Like, it's weird the way you think about it. Like, I literally just out of nowhere woke up one day, started to build something, and now people see value where they want to give me money. And I don't really have a service-based thing. I think of more of like a marketing company.
You know what I hate right now is all these social media marketing agencies hit me up every single day. Hey,
to build your brand.
Yeah, I'm like, well, show me your brand. They're like, oh no, don't worry about my brand.
So
what's it called?
SMMA.
It's funny you say that. It's Miami specifically. There's tons of people, and even people said, hey, why don't you do that? Because you literally built the brand. I was like, it's not my cup of tea. I think I'll make more money doing it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those things where it's cool and all, but you're better off doing it yourself than paying some kid $5-10K a month. That $5-10K a month you're gonna pay that kid, you can use it a lot more on yourself.
I'd pay you, and I'd pay Wes, and I'd take those two, take all the exposure I can get from you two, and I bet 6 months to a year, I don't care what I'm selling. I could be selling these fucking nuts on this table right here. I'm gonna convert more off of that than me selling, this SMMA shit. And I'm not, there's money in everything. So I've done podcasts with SMMA guys and different things like, because I'm intrigued. Because they'll be like, I'm making $50,000 this month, and I'm like, all right, well, let me.
Didn't we meet like a 17 or 18-year-old that was looking at a Rolls Royce?
I liked him.
Like, bro,
I like that kid. He's a nice kid, but I don't know.
And another thing I say to people is like, okay, let's see, someone that runs ads. You spend $10,000 on ads, or you can spend that with me. I'm gonna show you what you can get with me. I'm gonna show you what you can get with ads. In dollar per cost ratio, and in your CPM for every 100,000 views, I'm like, I'll get you a better deal.
Yeah, 1,000%. I think I keep dropping Wes, dude, but this is probably the biggest podcast I've done. When's the last time you bought something from an ad? He asked me that. I was like, shit, never. I usually skip all the ads and get pissed about them. Mm-hmm. I skip our own ads. I'll see my ad. I'll see his ad. I'm like, this stupid ad.
Dude, they're so annoying. They pop up all the time.
I'll look at our ads and be like, stupid ass ad.
I've seen it 1,000 times too.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, I'm going to get more of a return on buying my way into a platform in a market, in a group, in a network that's already been built up, and I don't care what it costs. I spent another 5 bands. I'm going down to the Patrick Bet David event in Mar-a-Lago. It's April 22nd to the 24th. So he's like kind of our goal for the life insurance industry, because that's what he built up, is the life insurance, and he's always down there in Florida. And then also I'm going to drop a couple bands and do something with Daniel G. So he's blowing up in sales. I think he's a Miami guy. Have you done anything with him yet?
Daniel G.
Dan G. Let me show you. You got to hit this guy up, because I know he would do this.
Now, more specific, I have a following question about mentorship. I want to know your idea on mentorship.
Go ahead.
What have you spent in personal development?
Dude, I've gone to 2 John Max. My most expensive event I've gone to is $25,000, and I've gone twice.
John Maxwell?
John Maxwell's 20 grand, and then you pay 5 grand just to, you figure, for travel and food.
So, question, why do you believe you paying to be in certain rooms helps you? Well, why do you do that?
I believe, for me personally, there's a lot of guys in the insurance industry that always pitch the shiny object syndrome. Hey, there's a better deal over here, better thing over here. You can make more money here. Literally, people text me this morning, hey, Tristan, we'd love to pay you millions to quit your deal and come do our deal, and we'll pay you to do it. I don't get sold by surface level possessions. I know that's a byproduct of the real product, which is myself. And I know the only way that I can expedite the process of me becoming a better individual is by investing, because money is a tool. Imagine I told you, hey brother, I want you to go out and build me a mansion, but all those tools over there you can't use. You just have to do it bare hand. That's what people do when they just save money and they don't invest it into building themselves into a better individual. Take your money and make you into a better person. Go get the best gym membership, get the best food, get the best books. Every day I'm reading. I hate reading. I feel like I still suck at reading, but every day I'm reading, I'm absorbing content. And for me, like, it doesn't even specifically need to be reading. I might spend a half hour, an hour today just studying your page, just so for me, that's intellectually developing myself, because here's how he's talking, here's how he's interviewing. What's the scheme on, more so in regard to like, what's the strategy of how he's organizing his posts, the time, the marketing, all. If people don't realize, well, that cost me time, which cost me money, or I could just hit you up. Hey, bro, how much for me to just get a half hour with you? I want to pick your brain. And I value your time, and I know you value mine. That's why I'm even offering money. Money for rich people, it ain't even money. It's not money for me. It's just time exchange. And it's more of a symbolism of respect. I wasn't disrespected when Wes asked for $10,000. I was grateful. I was like, oh, okay, this is an opportunity for me to be respected. And for him to respect me, it's a qualification process. That's why it's like, when's the last time you ever spent $10 and felt like, oh, this was luxury? It's never. You never spend $10 on a clothing item, food. It's when I went to Poppy Steak and got that big fucking steak, and I felt like the dog. You know what I mean? They bring me out the steak, everybody's jumping around me. I'm like, you feel great. The $1,000 initially, when you process it, it's like, oh, this is annoying. But then they bring it out, and the feeling you get. People just don't want to spend the money, but they don't realize, because they're low-level individuals, that that's the cost of doing business at a high level.
Agreed. No, I mean, I'm the same way. I don't think about spending. I just spend it. Like,
spend it.
Just spend it.
Yes.
I did the briefcase thing before. I'm like, this is great.
Yes.
But now, it's even to the point I've developed a relationship with the manager. Everyone, like, I've even gotten one free before, just because.
I'm hitting him up. Oh, yeah.
No, you never have to wait.
Yeah, bro. Hey, Adam told me to come down here and get a steak.
And then, another thing you said with Wes, I'm sure he respects you a lot more when as soon as you sent out, okay, you paid it right away, no problem.
Yes.
Now he's like, okay, you're not a time waster.
Yes.
Whenever when I'm dealing with someone in business and they have any type of hesitation or they
cry and bargain too much,
I just leave you. I'll leave you on red. I won't call you back. Just find somebody else.
It's because you don't value yourself. It's not that you don't value my price. You don't value yourself enough and realize I'm going to fill a problem for you that's it's worth way more than $2,000, $2,500.
And it's one of those things where I feel like certain people they don't quite get it yet, and I'm not going to explain it to you. It's fine. It's just whenever you're ready, I'm here. If not, it's cool. And it's kind of one of those things. I don't really take bullshit no more, because I know the value of my brand now at this point, and I'm not in a position where I'm like desperate.
Yes.
So now I see the fact that I'm like this, people now respect me more.
They absolutely
now if I'm
do.
like, hey, give me, please send me the money. If once you're like begging them, then they're like, whoa.
Yes.
But now you're just like, yo, I'm good. They're like, wait, why is he acting like this? Because everyone, they want the money so bad in business. They're like, oh, desperate, itchy. And he's like, this kid's like, back off it.
Commission breath.
So I'm more of a relaxed person when it comes to that. I explain to you what it is, and if you don't like the deal, then that's fine.
Cool.
Have a great rest of your day. I wish you the best.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool.
And a lot of my business came from referrals.
Yes, I could tell already.
A lot of, and the reason that has happened is because once I do good for one person, that person's gonna tell the other person.
Yes.
And that other person does good for him. It's literally like a domino effect.
That's the key for referrals. Just do good for one person.
You do good for one person, and then that person will just reach out to other people for you without even sending you anything back. And then another thing is, with referrals, you know how the people I do referrals with, or they send me a referral, I try to give them money. Like, hey, you can have a person. They're like, no, I'm fine. And when you build relationships that are like more friends and just commission based, they last a lot longer.
Last way longer. When you deal business, just again, when you deal business and don't need anything, and it's not transactional, it's just relational, and that's what you get when you deal with high level people. It's just a relationship.
And it lasts a lot longer. Like, for example, if I was to refer you, let's say 100 agents, and you make $100,000 the next year.
Yeah.
If you try to offer me something, I don't want it.
Yes.
Take it.
Thank you.
But now you know. But now you know. Okay, like it's more of a favor for a favor that goes long term. So that's what I believe in.
1000%. How much you spend last year? I know you're going over your taxes right now.
So far from the receipts that I've been adding up, like 40 grand.
40 grand.
I definitely got a lot more. The problem is, it's my first year making like decent money. And I didn't know anything about taxes, so like I know I need to be better with tax preparation.
Yeah.
Which can also be like a broke thing because you can like spend it all, but like I don't even know what's going on. Like I'm trying to fill out the 1040 and the schedule.
We got to move to
Schedule
Florida.
C.
You just don't got to pay it down there.
That's income tax.
I'm playing.
But yeah, I'm just learning.
Yes.
I don't know. I've called the tax guy 1,000 times.
How much did you spend last year?
So this is a business partnership. Dlabik. Arias is like my mentor. Been in the business 20 years. When I became an owner, partner with him, all of our finances go through essentially him. Simon Arias, yeah. So he's had a CPA firm associated with his business. So as soon as I became an owner, all my taxes, we just W-2 ourselves out of the joint account. So I really don't even got to worry about taxes. Personally, I don't look at it.
But you spend a lot.
Spent a lot, yeah. So I spent last year on the business Amex, what did I put out? 500,000, and then 150,000 I spent on my personal Amex, and then I paid myself about 200,000. We grossed 2.3 million last year. So me and Simon, just through this business. Okay. Now he has his own business, and that probably did. I think they're 5 times bigger than us. So yeah, we did pretty well.
I spent a lot.
Yeah. I just spend it. I don't care, especially when I get around Wes and he's wearing, my W-2.
The only issue I did was I ran personal and everything out the business account, so it's a little bit skewed.
Yeah.
But I think I spent close to three something because literally 80 of that was just travel.
Yeah.
The other 40 food, it's bad.
Yeah.
But it was certain things that. Like, for example, we're at a dinner in Miami, for example, Poppy's Sake. There's high-level entrepreneurs, whatever. Yes. The bill is $5-6 grand. It's like, okay, everyone just has to put their card in the middle. Yeah. There's no you ordered $800 worth of food. Yeah. I ordered $100. If you even try that, the amount of respect they will have for you will go to
zero. Yeah.
So you just have to eat it. You have to just fine. Just don't think about it twice. Just don't think about it.
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing too. I was looking at our travel this year. I think we're spending $100 grand of travel. Travel doubled when I was like, hey, I gotta bring my camera guy everywhere now. That's when I was like, this. And then I bring my my little sister. Sometimes we'll go on trips and I'm like, I'm not gonna let her fly. If I fly in first, I gotta fly her first. So and then I'm flying to Hawaii. That's a Hawaii flight right now. I don't know what the hell's happening with the economy. It's $4 grand first class. I was like, I might as well just start looking into private. I looked into private. It's 75,000. I was like, oh yeah, we're not there yet.
Well, it's funny now. I've spent all that on travel, but now I have. I mean, I'm not supposed to talk about this, but a companion pass.
Oh,
family member that works for the airline.
Yeah,
you get a companion pass, and now you fly for free.
I was wondering, bro was like, yo, I got it booked. I was like, booked it same. He booked it before I paid. I was like, that's when I really was like, I'm definitely paying because I was worried. I've been in Miami so many times. I think the first time I went when I was 20, and I went to 11, and I went jet skiing. And everything was behind like back door. Nothing was nothing was on paper, and so I was worried because I was I don't know you, and
Miami's
I was
a city of skims.
Yeah, dude, I was worried. I was thinking this morning. I was
it can't be worse than Chicago.
Me living there,
Miami is way worse than Chicago. Bro. Everything is a scam in Miami.
What? Impossible.
Ask him. He's been there how many years? How scammy is Miami, bro?
Oh, 100%. Can you hand me the blue iPhone over there, please?
Yeah, bro.
Call an insurance lead in Chicago. Everybody thinks they're getting scammed, dude.
Yeah, on the floor, on the other side.
So the thing with Miami is a lot of people are struggling to maintain a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you the perfect example. This is the Miami sauce.
Oh God, they need this.
Say your name's John. You want to do e-commerce.
Yeah.
So you go rent a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
You'll wrap it. So you rent it for a month. Wrap it. Make over 100 ads in it. Different locations, different outfits. Build an Instagram page. 0 to 10 million e-commerce in 2023. Buy fake followers and then run ads.
Yeah.
Now people think you're rich.
Yeah.
People think you do e-commerce. People think you have a nice car.
Yeah.
Then you have all the fake screenshots.
Yeah.
That is like Miami in the like Pinnacle. That's literally what people do there. So remember.
And then they try to sell a course after that?
Yeah,
or?
they sell a course. So
I
remember,
told you, we gotta start selling the courses.
Rent the car.
Yeah.
You wrap it. Now people think it's yours.
Oh,
Change the plates.
Yes.
Then make ads. Different outfits. Make enough content where it's gonna last you over a year.
Dude, have you accidentally ever got somebody like that on your page and be like, all right, we gotta take this
No,
down?
I've met people like that before.
Okay.
Like I'm very.
But you like vet? I'm like, all right, we gotta
very
vet
strict.
this shit out.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
very strict. I even asked about you.
I know.
I called Spence.
I know. Yeah, I know.
about this guy.
Yes.
He just explained he was these guys.
Yeah, it's like, that's my grandson.
Good
Yeah, that's my grandson.
But yeah, it is a city where it's just a lifestyle thing. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And you can't really blame people for it. They're just trying to fit in certain things. Me living there though, me being 21 there, I got to see a lot of things, good and bad. I got to meet the people that I look up to on Instagram,
Yeah.
and we're like, wait, you're not really like that on person.
Yeah.
You don't really have money like that. Like,
Yeah.
you're a liar.
Yeah.
And I got to I'm like, wow. And the reason I got to be in those rooms around those people is because I'm American income. Like,
Yeah.
they wanted something from me.
Yeah.
But I was always the quiet one. I would be observant a lot. You know,
Yeah.
so you just listen in the room. I would listen and I would
Yeah.
look around and like, that watch you have on is not real. I'm gonna text my watch dealer.
Bro starts tapping on.
No, it would be something like, hey, like, let me see the watch. Take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's fake as well. I'm like, damn. I'm like, you're a liar.
Fuck.
But I don't see nothing. And,
Yeah.
and you see certain things like this, and it makes you realize, like, wait, people are not really who they say they
No.
are. You know, and once you realize that, you get to, I guess, pick your friend group better. Me,
Yeah.
I was always around everyone, so because of my business, I was networking, whatever. But then after a certain time, I got to realize who's my friend, who's not.
Yeah.
For example, and then someone like Wes is someone that literally, you can go to Elevation Fitness at 5 a.m. He's literally there working out.
Literally.
Like, he's literally where working out.
No, he's the same dude off camera. We know. He know.
He's someone that, like, I literally go there. I'm like, he's literally with his Lamborghini outside, inside making content, leaves in his own Lamborghini
Yes.
that he comes with every day. That's his car. This is the gym. He's actually
Yes.
working out. He's real.
Yes.
It's like, there's not that many people like that.
He put it great because everybody talks about 1%. It's not really 1%. It's like 0.25%.
It is.
Of like legit. Who's the richest, most legit dude? Can you say or girl that you've done content with?
Oh, I've met a lot of people off camera that never made it on camera because they were like, oh, like they explained to me. I've met there's a billionaire of tech company down in San Francisco. But on camera, I believe it was probably Ryan Serhant, $1 million listing, New York.
That sounds familiar.
He's really big down in New York. He owns a big real estate firm. Ooh. Yeah, on camera, it'd probably, Wes.
Yeah.
He's not
Wes,
to boast
bro.
him.
Yeah.
That's someone that
When
probably
you-
is the richest.
When you guys drop in your post.
I'll probably drop it this week, next week. I
Yeah.
have to figure it out right
Okay.
now. I'll show you later because
How long is it supposed to take to drop? Like how long will it always take
Oh
to
no,
drop?
this was just a 5-minute video. That's why it's like
Oh,
a
okay.
long video.
Okay.
So I have to figure out.
Okay.
Next week.
Okay, cool.
Whatever you want.
Cool.
But so I have it basically. The reason why I haven't really had that many higher wealthy individuals on my platform that are not in like just like real money, like
Yeah.
really rich people, is because I've met them off camera, but they're like, listen, I don't want to be off camera because
Yeah.
it's gonna either make someone feel bad or have someone look at me a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Or there's people that are too powerful. They don't want it's
They're
gonna mess
coming.
something up.
Yeah, somebody might come for that money.
So I've definitely met a lot of people, but I don't really see it as like who's richest, who's not. It's more just like how they are.
What about Diddy?
I don't want to party.
No Diddy parties.
that's
No
not
Diddy
good.
parties, dude. Dude, this was dope. You had any questions or anything, bro?
Dude, honestly, I need to post more on like Snapchat or something.
Bro, see, I'm telling you, everybody, if you're watching this right now, clip this. Post every day for a year. And if you absolutely hate it and you don't see any type of growth, and I'm not talking about post the same stupid thing every single day. Get creative, get intentional, post every single day for a year. And if you're not happy, you're not satisfied with the growth that you've had in building your brand over the next year, then sure, delete it. But if you are satisfied, you're going to reach back out to me and thank me and show me what you've made and what you've grown. I don't want nothing from you. You're going to be ecstatic. I force people, basically. I'm like, listen, you got to grow a brand, bro. You're leaving so much money on the table by not growing a brand.
Yeah,
Invest
definitely.
into your brand. The price is the price. If you can't afford it, you got two options. One, go work for the money, or two, go take a loan out. There ain't no shame in taking a loan. Go get a loan, go get a credit card, and go invest into your brand. That's the only way you're going to speed it up. You can do the hard work, the grunt work, but if you want to 10x it, this video is gonna jump my following way faster than it would just a freaking me just grinding out, posting good content like I'm posting right now. This is gonna jump me. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It costs to be the boss.
When you first started, did you just start filming on an iPhone with like a little mic?
Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna see later today. I still use my iPhone.
We tell people to use iPhone all the time.
You know,
this is a great camera.
Wes's media guys said like all his best
Yeah,
lines.
use your iPhone.
Yeah, so basically I just started using my iPhone. I bought some Rode mics and just got to it.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the things though. I don't think people are, I guess, lazy. I think they're just scared of what
Insecure.
other people are going to think about it.
Yeah.
And that is a big issue because other people will laugh at you. They
Yeah.
will like.
That's why
they
people
will
rent
make fun
cars.
of you.
Yes.
But it's a thing you just have to deal with. That's all. That's all it is.
What app monetizes the best that you're on? Is it Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok?
So I make no money off Instagram or TikTok.
There's zero, really? Isn't there like a creator fund or how do you even get on
They
that?
pay no money.
They pay no money?
I heard things that they like demonetize your page if you start making.
That's crazy. Instagram? I always figured if you had like 1 million legit followers.
I heard you don't get paid off Instagram.
Yeah, but if you're banging that many views, like how do they not pay you? Like,
The only way you're getting paid when you're banging views like
Ads.
that is conversion. You have to convert into a product or into a course.
Yeah.
That's the only way. So, all right, dope. Well,
I literally was just trying to check how much I was spending on travels.
Yeah.
That's just traveling, Uber, American, like 61. And
all my
then
money goes out.
Food and drink, that's just food and drink.
Yeah.
That is just horrible. I bet if I look up poppy steak, look, watch this. Hold on. There you go. So poppy steak, gecko, poppy steak, Komodo. It just keeps going.
Komodo is like the
Poppy
Japanese
steak.
style
Komodo's where they told me
steakhouse.
to go too.
Poppy
Isn't it
steak.
like a Japanese style steakhouse or something like that?
Yeah.
Komodo?
Yeah, it's pretty fire. It's really
Yeah.
very good.
What's your favorite movie?
Ooh, this one's tough. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
Okay, I'm not really a movie person. What's your favorite book?
What are you? My favorite book right now would be The Hypomanic Edge. So I just read that earlier this year or late last year, and it was recommended by Patrick David, and it's basically like relating like being a little bit nuts and successful. Like a lot of people feel bad, like, oh, I'm so obsessed. Why do people like not understand why I'm so locked into building this life or this dream or goal? And that's a perfect book to kind of encompass like why you're built the way you're built and you're not a weirdo.
I believe you have the book here, 48 Laws of Power.
48 Laws of Power,
Yeah,
it's a phenomenal
So
book.
that book actually, it's something that I've read probably like 5 or 6 times
Yeah.
when I was like 19, 20 years old, and everything in that book I've just applied to my life.
Yeah.
About the one thing, like if you're around unhappy people, you'll be unhappy yourself.
Yes.
Be quiet in certain rooms, never
Yes.
out trying to master.
Yeah.
Court attention at all costs. Do whatever you need to get attention.
Yes.
There's a lot of things in that book that is like, it makes sense once you
Yeah.
apply them in real life.
1000%.
It's one thing to read a book, but it's another thing to actually start applying them in real life because that's when you actually learn that,
Yes.
okay, this information is useful.
I realize most books are dumb. It's just the author just expressing their ego. 1% of a book is pretty much probably has value, if that. And the big thing, like you said, is just can you implement? It don't matter. Like when people are like, oh, I read this much. I hate being a guy. It's like, oh, I just read all this shit. It's like, it doesn't matter what you read if you're not changing and growing and implementing and applying.
Now, what about your daily habits, lifestyle, your fitness, gym? What do you?
That's pretty much all I do now. So like for me, I'll get up most mornings, depending, because I'll do jujitsu at night and I'll sleep in to like 5:30 sometimes. But most mornings, Like today I was up 3:40, got to the gym by about 4:30. And I start with Proverbs, so I'll read a proverb. I would call myself spiritual, not religious. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I believe in Jesus. I swear I smoke cigars. I do other things.
You said 3:40 in the morning.
Yeah, 3:40 in the morning. Okay. But I fell asleep Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. So like, people always flex about the time that they wake up, but people aren't telling the truth about like what time they go to bed or getting naps. I get a nap probably every other day, and half hour to an hour. Real easy to wake up at 3:40 a.m. You know what I mean? Like everybody flexes. Like the reason I like waking up early like that is I like the quietness. It's isolated. It's just me. Because this sucker will go off from 7 p.m. to midnight, or 7 a.m. to midnight. Consistently, it's just gonna go off. I like that time to be for myself, so I'll go to the gym. I do a 30-minute lift, then I do 30-minute cold tub, sauna, steam, all that stuff. But it's like my day isn't ruined if I miss that. You know what I mean? If I have to miss that, I know the cold tub never closed the deal for me. I know the books never closed the deal for me. Like I got to go do the work and generate revenue. So that's my morning routine. When I get back, I read a little more. I'm doing audio books mainly. Then I'll physically read some books. Like probably an hour of reading. I'll write down a little bit of affirmations. Nothing like too in depth. It's all pretty concise. I'm studying Arabic right now. And I'm studying Spanish, so I do Duolingo. I'll do a lesson a day, and then typically that's all done by 7:30, and I'll start streaming, and I'll start our sales meetings by 8. And then probably if there's no meetings, sometimes my day is done by like 9 a.m. And then I'll just work on the phone, text, emails, set up dinners, relationship building, recruiting, different things like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so it's not you know what I mean, like a 6-hour workday, 5-hour workday.
Do you think that's important? To have that like structure that early, and how long did it take you to actually have a consistent everyday waking up?
Yeah, I feel like I've always gotten up before 8 a.m. since I feel like I started working out hard in high school, probably like 14, 15 years old. I was fat, 12, 13-ish, and then start working out, hit puberty, that helped. But I was working out 2-3 times a day and getting up before probably 6, 7 a.m. and I just stayed like that. So it's been pretty consistent there. But the reading and the intentional like development and prayer, that really came in right around 18. When I got into the life insurance industry and they were the Kool-Aid of sales of like develop yourself, I really bought into that. Now I realize that's the only thing that matters is you investing into yourself and sharpening you, because you're the you know, like eternal tool. You're the most ultimate weapon in the entire world. Everybody wants to blame situations, circumstances, and resources and external events. None of that matters. The life you're living right now is a reflection of the years that you've had in the past. The last 2, 3, 4 years of consistent habits, of inconsistencies or consistencies, that's why you're living the way you're living right now. So if you're not satisfied with it, stop blaming your parents, stop blaming the lead, stop blaming the contract, the companies. None of that is at fault. You're at fault. So once I realized that, I was like, I'm not going to be like these soft losers. If Wes Watson did 10 years in prison and was getting a Bugatti today, I'm free. I never did prison time. I'm getting a Bugatti. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow, but like I'm not blaming nobody but me. If I'm not happy with my life right now, it's my fault. And that's the only way you can live a fulfilled life, I believe. That's why people can't buy me with like quick dollars and quick little surface level things. I don't care about that shit, dude. Show me your heart. Show me your character. Show me how you treat your mother. I grew up with a single mother as well that made ends meet. We didn't have it bad. You know what I mean? She worked a lot. We had some food stamps sometimes and stood in the food bank line here and there. But like, I had some toys, dude. I had an Xbox. You know, I was on Call of Duty a little bit, and I got fat somehow. You know, so like, you know, we was chilling, man. But like, out of respect for my mother, and out of respect for my father, out of respect for everything, dude. Like, you got to find a way to make ends meet. I believe. That's why I believe in the morning routine. But you hear guys like Hormozy, it's like he's 100% right. With generating revenue, you can't sit in the cold tub all day and do breathing methods and do affirmations all day. That wouldn't get you paid. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be hitting deals, bro.
Yeah, and I think now in today's generation, there's a lot more pressure on younger people to do better at a younger age.
Yes.
But also a lot of younger people like to make the excuse, I'm 21 now, it's fine. I can wait another 5-6 years. But I feel like these are the most important years of your life.
Most important.
And whatever you do between the ages of 18 to 21, 22 are going to affect 22 to 30. Like, those years are crucial, I believe. And I believe even me, you, and you know everyone else that's around our age, we're on the right track. I think that, especially you being 25, I didn't know you were 25, by the way. You're basically set up, but that doesn't mean stop now.
You can lose it all.
could lose it all tomorrow.
Yes.
Me, if all this stopped tomorrow, if the brand, everything gone tomorrow,
Yeah.
I've met enough people. I'm good. Like
Yes.
I'll work for this guy, do this.
Yeah.
I know so much stuff. I'm good forever. So I'm not even worried about that at this point. I'm just happy where I've got myself in only a year and a half. So to me, I'm happy.
Yes. 1,000%, dude.
But I'm not satisfied at all.
Never satisfied.
Never satisfied. Never satisfied.
I don't believe a man can truly live a fulfilled life without truly understanding and accepting. I believe Tate says it. You've got to accept that the happiness for a man is truly found in a life of continual pursuit of not necessarily a war, but a war on the mind of, let me go out and pursue greatness today. I believe Socrates says, what good does a man do if he doesn't experience or at least get a glimpse of what excellence would look like in his life physically? And then I kind of just divided that into, why just physically? Why can't you pursue excellence mentally, spiritually, financially? And it's not going to happen in this lifetime. And so with that, now you no longer need alarms, you no longer need reminders, you no longer need wake-up calls. You're not going to find fulfillment in life as a man if you're not consistently and continually pursuing that greatness. Like, I got to go out and be a dog today. Why would I accept anything less? That's my passion. That's I think my vision, my calling, my why is like, it ain't just the money. It ain't just let's impress people on social media. Forget that shit. Let's take all that shit away. Let's lock you up and let's see who you are now. Well, if you lost all this shit, are you still him? Are you still her? Are you really that dog? You know what I mean? And I feel like I can look you in the eye and kind of like realize and recognize, because I feel like real does really recognize real.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you already had, like, you were made before you had the shit. You know what I mean? Because you grew up with a single mother. You grew up, below your typical, American household of like having two parents, having everything in a snap of fingers. You know what I mean? You probably shared a car with your mom for a little bit. When you first turned 16, like, I know the whole deal, dog. So it's like when people are like, my money's low. Dog, who cares? The money's supposed to be low. You ain't gonna have a testimony without any tests, bro. Everybody wants a great story, but nobody wants great tests. You can't get one without the other. So that's kind of my vision.
When money's low, it actually helps you. It actually makes you want to make.
That's
more
why I
money.
tell everybody just spend all your money. You know what I mean?
And if anything, I like feeling like I'm low on money, because then I'm just like, all right, I have to go work.
Gotta go work, bro.
When you have and especially like this is funny, when you have too much like liquid cash in your account, like I can. It gives you too much of I want to take a nap.
Yes.
I want to take another nap here.
Yes.
And I want to sleep and I want to be less.
Yes.
I want to work less today. It's just like, no, just spend it. Just spend it.
Yes,
Spend it.
1,000%. Anything else?
No.
Just spend it.
Yeah.
Spend it, invest it, get rid of it. Because listen, only time you're going to go hard is when you down, dog. I ain't never went hard when I was up. You know what I mean? When you so up, get rid of it all. Get rid of it all today. Go hard. Let's go. Another episode done. Peace out, guys.